Welcome back to Backstage. I'm your host, Mr. Magic, here at the Grand Bootsy's Place here on the corner of Church and Parliament Street, where you can go to www.bootsy'splace.com and you can check out for yourself how you can get events going on here. I have the Leader Brothers with me, and we'll be talking with Earl, Irvin, and Denton. And we're talking to Irvin right now, and why I'm going to bring it to you. Between the three of you, you have more experience here in Bermuda, and you've experienced the highs and the lows of the industry here. We just heard your brother talking about how he was playing at Sonesta, and he was playing, and the bands were there. A 7-piece band went down to a trio. You know, your experience. Let's talk about some of the times where things weren't so good here in Bermuda musically.
Like now?
Well, hey, if you want to talk about like now, let's talk about it.
It's definitely, things could be a lot better now. I mean, it's like a handful of musicians that consistently are working, you know what I mean? But it's a lot, I'm not working, you know? And what I think is, like, over the years, I've seen it where is that as things changed around through the hotels and the entertainment, the food and beverage managers and the mid-management and organizers of the hotels and stuff like that, where I think it seemed to be more of everybody was into more of a cutback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, right? The first thing, if they're going to cut back, you know, they'll cut back the band first. You know what I mean? I always thought they was always shortchanging the guests because there was no value for money here to a point, you know? Because, excuse my expression, I think music in a hotel is like toilet paper in the bathroom.
You need it. You need it.
Sure do.
You need it. Without a doubt. And we ain't bleeping nothing out. We got that. Okay? You all make your own jokes on that one. You know? But yeah.
You know, and like as time goes on to what it is now, you know, through that, you know what I mean, things have kind of taken a drop. I mean, we can remember when there were the big bands and stuff like that, and each couple of years, you know what I mean, a 14-piece band would be a 10-piece, then a 5-piece, then a trio, duo, single, nothing at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, right? And disco and stuff. And the disco did play this part in this at one stage because as that came in, you know what I mean, the live entertainment kind of dropped back a little bit and stuff like that, you know? And it's just the way it just turns. And I think everything kind of goes in a circle.
Yeah, it comes
stuff
back.
like that. Yeah,
because we can go back to the days of Hawkins Island.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what I'm saying? No, folks, you see this reaction? This is what I'm telling you about. The days of when it used to be like, where we going? Hawkins Island.
Yeah.
You know, and then you come off Hawkins Island, where you going? Ron Hughes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are we going from there? Oh, that's it. That's the night. You know, because you knew what you were going to get. You were going to get value. You were going to get entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, and he was talking about when the disco era came in. Our relationship built up when we were both part of the Disco 40 era. Me working there, you as well, and the different bands that came through, like Andy Newmark, Niels Lofgren, Kevin McCormick,
right.
You know, Vixen,
Rich Turner,
Turner,
Billy Preston,
Billy Preston, you know,
Ramsey Lewis,
all these bands, because the Disco 40, what they did was they kept the live entertainment going, even though it was a club. What Tony Brennan did and Terry Brennan did at the time was, look, you know what? You guys want to dance in disco, you can go upstairs. Right. But if you want live entertainment, come downstairs. You got Irvin Leader on drums, you got Dennis Munners on percussion, you got Barry Fitzsimmons on bass, you've got the other Fitz, you know, and on guitar, you know, and you had the live band going on, and they were opening up for these great acts, you know. So there was the lows, there was the highs, but the high point, like I said, for you guys is that drummers are always in need when it comes to a band. Always. But how many drummers are really out there getting the work? That's the question that needs to be asked to all those that are in charge.
Not only just drummers, just any musicians.
Well, musicians, period.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
Yeah. Because we joke, you know, we can name drummers off, straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at the low end of that. You know, I mean, yes, folks, I'm a drummer, but I'm not out there playing. I have my time, but I'm not a band, you know, I'm a magician. I'm going to stay on stage and do my magic act. I leave the drumming to the leaders, you know, to the Hearts and, you know, to the Tonys, you know, and I don't want to forget his name. He's got the pet placed on South Shore.
Ronnie Lopes.
Yeah, Lopes. You know, these are fantastic musicians. You know, but come on, is there really enough work out there for everybody? Who wants to field that question?
Not at this point, no.
See, no, folks, you see the disappointment?
Yeah,
It went from Hawkins Islands, yay, to ain't no work,
Exactly.
you know, and this is what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Now, please, Denton, for you, if you can pass the mic. Sure. Like I said, being the youngest, and you'll watch your brothers, like you said, Earl was there, big band, playing on a regular basis, and you're thinking, I'm going to be doing that. Then it breaks down, and then you see Irvin now, hey, wait a minute, Irvin was in a 7-piece band, now he's playing with 4 guys. I still want to do this, but now it's you, the end, not the end of an era, but the young in the generation. How is it for you seeing what's going out there in the industry?
Well, it is very disappointing. And I wouldn't even say just for me, but even from future musicians behind me that's got to come up. You know what I mean? Where are they going to play? Where are they going to get that experience to work with different bands and get that rondage, I would say, you know what I mean? Because when you play with many different people, then you get the idea of, how to approach yourself, because there's a lot of different things that, you could learn on the job, you know what I mean, as well as off the job, if you know what I'm saying. Speaking along with guys like that, Shurin, you know what I mean, which is a lot of knowledge within that. I hope it really turns around. We all hope it turns around. And like my brother said, I have a younger son, and he's a gum bass drummer.
Okay.
So he's not playing at the moment, but hopefully he wants to get back in. And like you said, it's not just drummers; it's for musicians all across the board. Work for everybody.
Yeah.
And because and with people coming down, they are pleasantly surprised to say, "Wow, it's some good entertainment that's on the island." But where is it?
This is it.
Where is it? And then even in the hotels, sometimes the timing of the timing structure when people are playing, the guests may come and say, "Oh wow, look, I'm going to have a little dinner and I'm going to come back." When they come back from dinner, the time segment is gone. So it's not like they're playing to anything past 12 o'clock is a no-no. Usually you would say, now what, 11 maybe is the average? But anything past that, there's not too many places where you're going to see music being past that point. And you know what I mean? So it's being starved all across the board.
All right. And it's nice to know that there are people, and like I said, yourself, out there that are witnessing this and seeing the change that has happened, over the years in this industry. All right. Now, on a different note, we got two. Okay, I'm sorry.
I just want to just add one more thing
Please.
to that. With the entertainment on the island, it's nice to be able to have all the establishments be a little bit more involved, the hotels, the pubs, and stuff like that, because we need the support and we need the encouragement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, to push this thing forward. Exactly. We as musicians can't do it by ourselves, but if they got the idea and they got the guts to say, hey, look, we see something here, let's start that, because there was a lot of entertainment on this island, like I said, over the years, and I just think that it's a lack of support and encouragement coming from different venues of restaurants, pubs, and stuff like that. So just take a chance and make it happen. I agree.
All right.
And also add one more thing to, our brother Leroy Simmons, the president of the union, is working very hard, doing what he can, to try to help us turn things around, just wanted that, no, he's really
Well, thank you for the props. And make sure, he's watching. Leroy was on last week. So they're just giving him props for the job he's doing with the Bermuda Entertainment Union. All right, and we want to thank you for that. All right, so before we go, we're just gonna get off the music for a second. We've got two. I said it earlier. Got two guys that shock themselves every day. Two electricians here. All right, but the one thing all three have in common is they like to play tennis. And to this day, nobody wants to admit who's the best. I mean, you guys play on a regular. I go across tennis stadium on a regular and see you guys down there. All right, if there was whoever kept score, who's up? See, again, nobody wants to say anything.
Well, I would say as young as my brother's out on me.
Well, they're playing longer.
Definitely.
But haven't you at least come out? No, see, you're just going to say I can't say that. Herman, come on. Let it out. Who's got a gun right
I have
now?
to give it to my brothers. It's up on us, you know.
Yeah?
I'm putting it to me, I'm putting it to Earl.
That's how it's going like that?
Yeah.
So Earl, you're the guy.
He taught me, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
you know.
Because one
I
thing,
taught him. I didn't teach him. I started him off.
you introduced him. You introduced
came back from Canada, you introduced him.
Because one thing, if they say, the family that does things together stays together. And we know the Leader family has always been a tight unit. And like I said, I may joke, but the electrician part of it, you guys do, because I run to Den, so many different places. I'm walking across the ladder. His hands up in the seat and somewhere pulling wires and things like that.
I'm not the electrician. He was the electrician, but I'm a cable puller. I pull cable.
Doesn't involve electricity?
And then,
Oh, you don't turn your power on?
No.
Okay, you don't turn your power on. You turn Irvin turns your power
I've been
on.
master electrician for about 25 years now. I'm a full-time musician.
Full-time musician
Yes.
now. How many people can say that?
Huh?
How many people can say that?
Yeah.
That is cool to know that you can say that you are
got
full-time.
quite a few been around here, and like the Milton Robertsons and
Yes.
stuff like that, and Stan Gilberts, and these guys are been just doing it full time.
Yeah. And that's good to know.
And so, actually, talking about getting back to tennis, my two brothers have carried me through championships. We won tournaments. So,
okay.
You know what I mean? So,
Well, I've heard of singles and doubles and never heard of a triple, but okay.
But actually, I teach tennis. I'm not a musician. I teach tennis full time.
Oh, good.
I'm the tennis pro at the firm on Southampton.
All right.
So when I'm teaching the days, then I need to go up there and play nights.
And you go play nights, so.
And then sometimes there's guests say, "Oh no, not him again." No,
Yeah.
just kidding. Yeah. So well, actually, I've had them coming back from, as I said, come back from Canada. Brothers start to get me into tennis. Down at Deepdale, they had an old court down there way back then. So then I went on to take some lessons from Tennis Stadium, and I had lessons from Mr. Vernon Evans, a couple of lessons from Mr. Ronald Davis.
Yeah.
But my tennis mentor is David Lambert.
Okay.
He's the tennis director at the Abu Beach.
Abu Beach,
He's there's a whole Lambert dynasty talking about a tennis family, right?
Right.
And David is one that taught me, beat me up, sent me home crying, and kept me out there. And
Now he's trying to beat up on you.
Yeah. So he was a very, very good influence like that,
Yeah.
and so much that I stuck with the tennis, and tennis became a second thing because the music wasn't the high energy like it used to be for me, and I understand that because we're in a lounge, we're in a hotel, and we have to play all different kinds of music, which I understand. So through doing all that, the tennis was another avenue where just I spent most of my energy, So good to the fact that I became good enough where I represented Bermuda in the pre-Olympics in 1988 in Mexico. So I started tennis at 32, at 37, and represent Bermuda, and it's like, I have no reason to be here. So all those folks in Mexico were calling me the grandfather of tennis, and saying to, while all the other young players were around, like, are you going to go on your tennis tour and stuff like this? Are you kidding me? 37? I was just fortunate, lucky enough to be able to have that opportunity.
And folks, 37 was 37 years ago.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah, actually, 30 years ago.
30 years ago. Okay. And on that note, thank you very much to Earl, Irvin, and Denton, the Leader brothers. These are drummers personified, folks. Anywhere you go in the island, if you hear the name Leader, one of these gentlemen are there hitting the skins and doing music a wonderful justice.
And I'm sorry to
I'm not talking to you no more. This is my show. What's good?
Yeah. Just gonna say, yes. My brothers plays with the group Mixed Bag up at the firm on Monday and Tuesday nights.
Okay.
And I'm up there on Friday nights with the exclusive.
All right.
Okay.
And Denton, you're around.
Right now I'm in the
Wall Street Band.
with different functions that come up.
Okay.
And one of the bands that I didn't mention that played a very instrumental part was, of course, the group Spirit, which involved my brother
That
and
you
from the
was-
guys from the Ubers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't mention him earlier, but I have to shout out to them to let them know that guys in the art as well.
And thank you, Aunt Molly, for that, because Aunt Molly was the sole and true care created that Hubie's, bar around there, along with the late Mr. Hubie,
All right.
So,
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. I can't say any more than that. Thank you so much for joining us here on Backstage. I'm your host, Mr. Magic. See you next week with new guests, new conversation. Peace out.